Hey, if you ever searched for a fast, affordable hosting provider, the name A2 Hosting definitely came up. But how true are the claims and how good is this provider? Let's answer all this with my A2 Hosting review. First of all, A2 Hosting is no beginner in this market. Being one of the oldest website hosting providers out there, established all the way back in 2001. So basically at the beginning of the universe, as I understand it. Anyhow, just because you've survived for long enough doesn't mean that you're any good. To be fair, even with all of A2 Hosting's claims, it's not a really popular provider, unlike Hostinger or Bluehost. So let me share my experience, a bit of research, and provide an answer on whether or not to grab an A2 plan. So the first thing you need to know about A2 Hosting is that it is quite an affordable provider. Not cheap hosting, but affordable. Currently, you can grab the startup plan for around $2 a month. Don't let the name fool you though. The plan is more than just for startups, since it includes unlimited bandwidth, free SSL, and an impressive 100 GB of fast SSD. Oh, and A2 runs a lot of discounts, so to check out the current ones, click my link in the description below. In my opinion, the best value is in the Drive plan, which allows you to grab unlimited websites, storage space, and bandwidth for just $4 a month. And unlike other A2 hosting deals, you can get full free years for this price. How does A2 Hosting's pricing compare to other web hosting providers? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you are looking for the cheapest options, you might find lower prices with some more obscure providers. However, these providers might not offer the same level of features, speed, and support as A2 Hosting. If you are looking for the best bang for your buck, you might find that A2 Hosting offers a competitive edge, especially with its higher tier plans that include limited resources and the Lightspeed web server. If shared hosting is a bit too weak for you, A2 Hosting actually offers great deals on virtual private servers, starting at around $5 a month. It offers a nice amount of resources, 150 GB of SSD storage, and 4 GB of RAM. Of course, VPS hosting is more complex, so I don't recommend it for beginners. Or do I? Well, if you want a VPS but don't want to do all the work setting it up and running it, A2 Hosting offers managed virtual private servers. Yes, they cost quite a bit more, but for business websites, this is a good investment, no matter your web hosting experience level. While I praise A2 for their pricing and value, before buying you need to know that all these are promotional prices. The number you see below the plan will be the regular price that you'll pay after this initial period. With regular prices, A2 becomes more expensive but still valuable for everything that you get. And I have to give it to A2, it has a nifty little table to show how much each plan will cost you in the long run. So yeah, the claim about A2 Hosting being great value for your money and offering affordable plans is absolutely true. And if that's all you're looking for in a hosting provider, use the discount link in the description to get an even better deal. Now that you know how much A2 Hosting costs, is it really that fast? Yeah, it's pretty impressive in fact, especially if we're just focusing on shared hosting. Not to bore you with lots of numbers that might not mean anything for you, I've decided to test out the cheapest shared hosting plan to see how fast the bottom line of A2 Hosting is. For reference, Google currently recommends loading a website fully within 2.5 seconds for the best SEO results, which means better performance and more chances to get to the first page. Alright, the results. A2 Hosting managed to fully load a new WordPress install in 1.3 seconds, and looking at the full report, A2 Hosting is greatly optimized for WordPress. Of course, adding more content or complexity to your website will increase this loading time. However, A2 makes it easy to upgrade to a bigger plan once you outgrow your current one. As for other services, I've done an A2 hosting VPS review and it showed amazing results, loading in 0.9 seconds, only really rivaled by Hostinger. So if your web project requires great performance, A2 hosting is the right choice. The same situation can be said about the security of your website. A2 hosting comes with a lot of safety measures and tools like SSL certificates and brute force detection. One crucial shield they offer is DDoS protection, and let's break it down in simple terms. A good distributed denial of service or DDoS attack prevention is absolutely necessary, especially for business websites. Now, a DDoS attack is a flood of excessive traffic directed at your website, overwhelming its capacity to function, basically. So it's great that A2 Hosting's DDoS protection is included with all plans. In addition to this, A2 Hosting bolsters your defense with robust firewalls. These firewalls act as a digital blockade, analyzing incoming and outgoing traffic, filtering out potential threats, and stopping unauthorized access. But a standout security tool is A2 Hosting's Patchman, an enhanced security tool tailored to detect and address vulnerabilities. Patchman serves as an early warning system, flagging outdated software components susceptible to potential malware or vulnerabilities. It's a proactive measure, instantly notifying users. So it's great if you're more of a beginner, but I can't say it's extremely valuable for more advanced users. So the first part of the video was more or less just the pros of A2 hosting, but I have to be honest with you, I dislike the A2 hosting control scheme and dashboard. I dislike it a fair lot. If you are a fan, you probably think that it's because A2 hosting uses cPanel, and yeah, but surprisingly, it's just part of the problem. You see, while most other providers use the dreaded cPanel, their own control dashboards are quite good, like HostGator or Bluehost, since they probably have the best custom dashboards. But just look at the A2 dashboard. Sometimes I even get lost where I am. If you want to just host one or a couple of websites, you don't need 80% of all links and buttons you see on the screen. And come on, it's not 2005. I think A2 can spare a bit of its budget to make the dashboard at least look modern. However, for WordPress, A2 actually has a new control panel called TurboHub. And would you look at that, it feels and looks modern. There is way less information, and there are actually a lot of useful tools like the speed tester right here. However, not everything is super. I wish that it wasn't limited to just WordPress, and it can be slower or lag a bit, but fingers crossed that it will be solved in the coming updates. Even with my dislike of cPanel, I have to say that A2 hosting cPanel is quite good. It's redesigned and works much smoother than the default one. It is still a lot for beginners, and I wouldn't recommend A2 hosting for complete beginners, but it's manageable. Overall, if you aren't experienced with web hosting controls and don't want to learn, I would suggest going with something easier like Hostinger or Bluehost. Before we move on, don't forget that my best web hosting discount deals are in the description. A2 Hosting actually has a website builder now, and a basic version of it is included in all shared hosting plans. And the good thing is that it's a pretty simple and smooth tool to use. It doesn't have any drag and drop controls, which is a bit of a shame for me, but editing the overall design or adding new elements felt great. There is a healthy amount of different individual elements, including forms, PDF integrations, and code embedders. But unlike most new website builders, there's no way to add pre-made sections, and your website's overall structure is restricted to your chosen theme. And talking about themes, there are only a few of them. You see the full selection on the screen. And since customization is limited and there are no business tools, it's only viable for static simple websites or landing pages. However, I don't recommend getting an A2 hosting website builder on its own. And the main reason is pricing. Like, take a look at the basic plan. You get a limited number of pages, just 10, and 250 megabytes of storage space for $9 a month. $9. Even Wix on the free plan gives you, 500 megabytes and won't limit your pages. Or you can grab Hostinger for 3 times lower price and create up to 100 websites with 100 gigabytes of storage space. And even for a good builder, this price is a bit outrageous for what you actually get. So as an add-on to your hosting, A2 Website Builder is great, but as a separate service, it's currently a hard pass. So the answer to the question, is A2 hosting good? Yes, but it does have some nuances. I highly recommend it for the value it offers and its overall performance. However, it might not be the best for beginners due to its more messy controls and lackluster website builder. Thanks for watching my A2 hosting review till the very end. If you like content like this, click the like button and subscribe to Cybernews if you still haven't. We make a lot of informative videos every week, so don't miss out. Alright, leave your comments and thoughts below, and I'll see you all next time.